Ilhan Omar.
You call her Ilhan Omar?
I call her that because that's her name. She's the representative from Minnesota.
I think, whatever.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Ilhan, I thought it was. But I think that, like...
Whatever it is, I don't like her.
So the point that I'm trying to make here is that, like...
Is she a representative of America or Palestine, is my question.
Well, here's the thing that's important. It's like, I think that she has and I don't even know if she understands this as privilege, but like, she has an identity outside of being American. Like, she has this separate identity from another country that has thousands of years of history, and that's baked into who she is. Some of us...
Where you would happily live.
Well, where I would happily live. Like, and it would be so great. So,
and you know, she married her brother.
And it is what it is.
So you could do that.
I mean, if I had a sister, no.
You can marry your sister. I don't know what you could do.
But the point is,
you could do anything to a woman. Okay, so let's just put that right on the table.
So the point I'm trying to make is, like, some of us only have America. We only...
*Bill Maher just went off on Ilhan Omar. And honestly, it was brutal. Sitting down with Andrew Schultz on a recent podcast, Bill didn't pull a single punch. He flat out said he hates her, and then explained exactly why. From flip-flopping between supporting Palestine and Israel to pushing straight-up lies in the past, Maher called her out on all of it. But before we dive into the full clip and Maher's takedown, let's rewind for a second. Because if you really want to understand who Ilhan Omar is, this video of the Somali Prime Minister puts everything into perspective. It's not just political, it's personal. And this next part? It'll change how you see the entire conversation.
قضية إلهان معها قضية إلهان معها قضية مينيسوتا معها قضية غير مريكان قضية إلهان وقضية صومالية قوش إلهان وقوش صوماليات وحين نوحن بارسنتاي معنوي aniga oo ku hadlayo magaca dadka Soomaaliyeed oo dhan meel walba ay joogaan waxaan idinka codsanayaa inaad hiil iyo hool la garab istaagtaan ku taageertaan codkiina dariskiina saaxiibadiin cid walba oo garanaysaan aad u sheegtaan inay soo baxaan si ay Ilhaan ugu codeeyaan albaab walbana aad u garaacdaan sidii dib loogu dooran lahaa ballanteenu waa maxay ballanteenu waa inaad garab iyo gaashaan u noqotaan xildhibaan Ilhaan oo aad mar kale dib u doorataan idinkoo isku duuban oo ul iyo diira mar kale mahadsanidin Allah idin barakeeyo Soomaaliya ha noolaato.
For people like Ilhan Omar, the way they see America is something else entirely. And if you're wondering why, just check out this next clip an immigrant from Iran calls her out directly. He slams her non-stop attacks on the U.S., especially over its anti-terror policies. What's wild? She never says a word about the Islamist groups that tore Somalia apart, the same extremists who forced her own family to flee. Nope. Her outrage is always reserved for the country that gave her safety, freedom, and a platform to speak. That's why so many people are done with the fake victim act. Because at some point, gratitude has to show up. And all Omar offers is bitterness dressed as activism.
I can't vote for those people. They just seem crazy. They just seem like they are not tethered to reality, which is when you lose that contest to Donald Trump, who's also not tethered to reality in many ways. I mean, you're saying something.
Dude, I wonder if, like, and again, I don't know too much about, like, the Ilhan Omar's politics or whatever.
Oh, Ilhan Omar? Is that who you're talking about? Ilhan Omar.
You call her Ilhan Omar?
I call her that because that's her name. She's the representative from Minnesota.
I think, whatever.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Ilhan, I thought it was. But I guess, I think that, like...
Whatever it is, I don't like her.
So the point that I'm trying to make here is that, like...
Is she a representative of America or Palestine, is my question.
Well, here's the thing that's important. It's like, I think that she has and I don't even know if she understands this as privilege, but like, she has an identity outside of being American. Like, she has this separate identity from another country that has thousands of years of history, and that's baked into who she is. Some of us...
Where you would happily live.
Well, I would happily live, like, and it would be so great. So,
And she married her brother.
And it is what it is.
So you could do that.
I mean, if I had a sister, no.
You can marry your sister. I don't know what you could do.
But the point is,
you could do anything to a woman. Okay, so let's just put that right on the table.
So the point I'm trying to make is like, some of us only have America. We only have this. So when you attack this, I'm going to defend it till the day I die. I love America more than anything in the entire world. It's the greatest country in the human existence. It's the greatest experiment in human existence, and it has succeeded. So we only have this. You have to find a way to communicate what you believe to be the shortcomings of America in a way that doesn't make us feel like you don't love it.
Totally.
My mom is an immigrant. She loves it. Like, you cannot tell my mom that I cannot achieve anything, that she cannot achieve anything in this country. It's one of the reasons why I think it's important to bring in immigrants, because they remind us of the opportunity.
And they're appreciative because they know what it's like in these other countries.
And we don't.
Right. Well, I do. You don't.
You haven't
Because you would live
traveled
in
because
Kabul.
of your UTIs. You won't even leave the country.
I don't have to. First of all, I have traveled. And second of all, you don't have to travel to understand what's going on in other countries.
Have you lived outside the country?
No, but I read. I can read about what's there.
This is this Ivy League shit that's so annoying to Americans.
Reading. Yeah.
Yes, stop reading so much. It's gay.
Now I see you're just fucking me when you say these things. Okay.
But in terms of living outside, like, I've lived outside the country. And
Coming to this country as an immigrant, then turning around and flexing on the very nation that gave you refuge. That's next level wild. Instead of showing any appreciation, Ilhan Omar's out here lecturing Americans about race, privilege, and injustice like she's the moral compass of a country she barely defends. Let's be real, America gave her a shot at the dream, a shot millions around the world would kill for. But what do we get in return? Constant accusations of racism and full-blown support for Palestine, as if she forgot who opened the door in the first place. It's not activism. It's entitlement dressed up as outrage. And people are finally calling it what it is. Because gratitude isn't that hard. It just has to be real.
Said that she and Congresswoman Omar and Tlaib are being targeted as freshman women of color. She says they're getting unfair treatment, and that if you went after every bad thing that a congressman or woman did on the Hill, that everybody in Congress basically would be in trouble. Fair?
I don't think that's fair at all, Shannon. First of all, I just want to note it's remarkable and startling how much Ilhan Omar, frankly, the disdain she has for the country that we should note. It's the country that has given her family and herself refuge. She escaped war-torn Somalia, was a refugee in Kenya for 4 years, and then thanks to a Lutheran church group, was able to ultimately immigrate to the United States. And I, as an immigrant myself, I have to note this constant disdain of her portrayal of the United States and its anti-terror policies under successive administrations, treating it as this sort of murderous country that cages children at the border and drones people, and not any similar criticism, I would say, of the Islamist groups, among them those that have turned Somalia, her homeland, into such a horrible place. Not one word of criticism, as far as I can tell. It's only directed at the country that has given her and her family refuge. It's not a perfect country, but I think it's startling, and it's.
This is exactly the kind of regime Ilhan Omar chooses to defend, a place that doesn't even come close to offering the freedom she enjoys right here in America. That it's not just confusing. It feels like a betrayal. The U.S. gave her safety, a platform, and the power to rise, and now she uses that platform to tear it down. Standing on American soil, pointing fingers, acting like this country is the villain, while staying silent on the real oppression she once fled? That's not just tone deaf, it's dangerous. If this is the version of democracy she wants to promote, one that trashes the hand that fed her, then yeah, we've got a serious problem. Because defending dictatorships, while attacking democracies, doesn't make you a reformer. It makes you a walking contradiction.
By the way, if the Israelis did get rid of Hamas, they'd be doing a giant favor to the people of Gaza who hate Hamas too. But let's just go through the lists. Because the Israelis look like us in most ways, values-wise. Maybe we're not doing it the right way. I don't know. Religious tolerance. That doesn't exist in Gaza. You're either Muslim or an infidel, and you better be a Muslim. Female freedom. Free and fair elections. Free speech. Gay rights. Can I just finish my list of pedophilia? I'll put that under don't ask. Child brides and so forth. Equality of the sexes, I'll categorize that under don't make me fucking laugh. The fact that, you know, these people think that this is where they should be aligned with, that these are the values that you support.
This right here is the kind of country Ilhan Omar chooses to defend, one that doesn't even come close to the freedoms she enjoys in America. It's honestly a slap in the face to the nation that opened its arms and gave her everything. America gave her a second chance, a platform, a future, and now she stands on that same soil, pointing fingers like we're the villains? It's pure hypocrisy. If this is the kind of democracy she wants to push, one built on blaming the very country that saved her, then we've got a serious problem. Because loyalty isn't about blind praise, it's about recognizing the freedoms that made your voice even possible. And right now, Ilhan's showing exactly where her loyalties lie, and it's not with a country that gave her everything.